Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Gwent Novigrad card review series. I was currently thinking if it was Gwent Syndicate or Gwent Novigrad, but yeah, it's actually Gwent Novigrad, so there we go. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, then please do down there. What it's giving you is basically the rest of the card review series, and you will get fresh Novigrad decks as soon as the expansion's out. Like at the beginning, you put more than weekly deck cards. And also subscribe to this little fellow over here. It's my teammate Ryan. He's actually, when you look at my channel, he's on the recommended channel, so you can go over there or just check him out. RyanGodric Gwent, probably you need to look for on YouTube. He's pretty good as well, because what he does, he's also doing a lot of deck guides. And I think we'll create a lot of Gwent Novigrad, not Gwent Syndicate, Gwent Novigrad stuff right away. So go over there and subscribe as well.
Free Gwent content.
Yes, it's free. I would say we head right into it. There you go. First card.
Yeah, we can start with the Tidecloaks Hideaway. It's a 5 provision card, a bronze card. It's a dual faction card, so you can use it in Syndicate and in Skellige. Obviously, the ship's synergies here. And it's got a 3-point body. And the deploy ability is ranged and says boost an allied unit by 1 for each pirate in your hand. So the pirate synergy is pretty obvious right here. Yeah, what do you think about it?
I don't know. The good thing is it is a ship. So we know that there's also ship and pirate synergy coming. So just playing, like, say, a 5/5 and maybe the ship synergy then gets you the extra value from it could be worth it. Depends how much pirates you really play. So if you really do a pirate deck, then like you do with Doppler, for example, if you just play humans, then this could be pretty big. But typically you want to mix it up with ships and pirates, so I don't think this card will get too high. But I think it can definitely become a 7 for 5 if you play it early. Probably 6 for 5 is in there as well. And if you don't get the additional ship synergy, then I think this card is pretty decent if you play that kind of deck though. So that definitely doesn't fit in every Skellige deck.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I always like these kind of cards because it creates these lore-friendly synergies with these type of decks, but in reality, you often find just the strongest meta decks require bronzes that work together, but are not really locked to these main concepts right now. So I kind of doubt that it's going to be strong, but I like the idea.
Yeah, the thing is about good decks good decks give you options. And this kind of restricts you. So if you play exactly this archetype, it definitely will work out. But other than that, it will be hard. Good. Let's look at the next card. This card was revealed by McBeard, I think, today. It's a crime, and it's a special card for 7 provision. Force 2 adjacent enemies to duel each other. Wow, this is interesting. It can be this has no ceiling except the unit's power, but typically you won't end up with too much value because you need to have exactly the right duel value next to each other so that the one kills the other one, but the other one stays at 1 point to get the maximum value. And that this happens, if you play treason already, it's pretty hard to get the value. So I think this is kind of the same thing. I'm not sure how much value you really get. You probably just use one unit to kill another unit, I guess. And 7 provisions for that? It's removal. Okay. It can play around shield. Okay. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I agree. It looks nice, and again, card art is pretty sweet, and it's a crime card, so that's cool. So we've got the crime synergies together with the intimidation, right? We were thinking about that. It's getting loud outside. Thunderstorm. Anyway, I feel like the cool idea behind this card is that it forces the opponent to play or to play his units in a specific order to play around this. You are not actually sure if your opponent plays it, so I feel it creates even more depth right now, but I think it's going to be really hard to find a decent point value here.
Yeah, on the other hand, if you, for example, manage to get 2 or 3, if you have 3 intimidated units on the board, then this is already a 4 card, and that's some value you get for sure. So I think 5 value is something you can get easily. So I think this can give you good amount of points for provision, but you need to play with intimidate. Otherwise, I don't see it. Good. Then we have the Sewer Raiders.
Alright, so another 5 provision bronze card, and deploy Horde 4. So that means when you have 4 coins stacked with your leader, then when you deploy this card, it will trigger the deployability. If you have less than 4 crowns, it won't trigger. So you kind of have to get some coins in your bank before you can actually play this effect, and it is summon a copy of this card from your deck to this row. So a conditional thinning card, like every faction has, which I feel like is a cool concept because it requires to set up your board before you can actually play it. But I think that also makes it a bit weaker than, for example, the casino bounces, which seem really good.
Well, the casino bounces are also 6 for 6 if you don't pay the coins. This is a 6 for 5, so it has less provision cost than the bounces, but more conditions, so to say. So I like the concept of the card, and I think if you already have the casino bounces in there and you need some additional thinning, then you probably go with those. I think it's okay. I don't know. If you need additional thinning, then you probably just go for this. But like, casino bounces are just like the go-to card here. I think they are just too good.
Yeah. I think what I like about it is then if you have, for example, 9 points at the end of a round, you carry over 4 crowns, which is exactly the amount you need. So you could play this after the opponent dry pass, for example, or you need some points at the start of a round. But I mean, you typically want to get your thinning cards out early so you can draw your gold cards. But
yeah, I mean, round 2 is better than round 3, so it would still be okay. Yeah. What I like, by the way, is the Horde keyword in general. Like, you don't need to spend the crowns, but you actually just need to reach it. And I think that's very cool gameplay because it has this kind of like, it adds this extra resource to Gwent, you know? You have in Hearthstone with like the mana, or in Magic with the lands. Like, this is kind of like the same thing. It's like the crowns for Gwent. You can play this card in curve, so to say. So, it's interesting. It's interesting to add to have the sword ability in the game, and I'm really looking forward to play Horde actually. Good. Then we have another card reveal, and it's Anke, and she's good. Like that's just like amazing card. They have 5 for 9, and if you have her on your range draw, every turn she gets you 2 crowns. With a fee free, she gets a shield. So every turn, if you go with the 1-to-1 ratio from 2 crowns to points, then we have like 2 points per turn. So already after 2 turns, she would have made like get her value back in. And there are other cards that synergize with getting crowns. So synergizes with that, perfect. And feel free, gain a shield. So if you can block some big removal with that, and like getting set back 1.5 turns. Really depends. Also depends, like if you're already, for example, at 9, you can just like get the shield and use next round your other cards to spend your crowns. I'm a fan. Also 5 doesn't get her removed immediately from the board.
Yeah, exactly. I like the 5 points. It's going to be hard to remove that quickly, and I feel like 2 points per turn is really a good engine point generation. Typically bronzes gain like 1 point per turn, and golds are a bit stronger. And I feel like 9 provision is also something you can easily spend in a list. And yeah, I think she's going to be near to auto inclusion.
Yeah, if you play like a deck with a lot of spenders, for this, so to say, then I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Hammond. Wait, where is he? Hammond! There he is.
There he is. So I really like this. It's got 2 deploy abilities, one for the ranged and one for the melee row. And both boosts allied units by... the one boosts by pirates. No, boosts actually all allied pirates, and the other one boosts all allied ships. So as we talked about, this is a synergy card with Skellige once again. So I think it is, right? It's also
it's dual
action card.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense as a pirate. And 8 provision, 5-point body is already pretty good. Now, you typically want to finish this because I'm not quite sure if it boosts all allied pirates on the board, which I would guess, but I'm actually not 100% sure.
Yeah, typically it says like in deck and hand, and so I think it's just the board, to be honest.
Yeah. But it's nice and flexible. and it can like depend how many ships you drew and how many pirates you drew. But again, going back to the same old thing with Skellige is, are you really going to play a lot of pirates and ships, or are you just going to go with the staple cards that are strong right now? But the meta might shift, and we might see some pirate and ship decks, and then this might be really, really strong.
Yeah, but he needs at least 4 pirates and 4 ships on the board to be worth it. Let's say the enemy has some removal. Whew. If he gets like the amount you need from him, I'm not sure if you can make it work actually. Maybe if there are some cards like to get you additional pirates on the ship, for example, like pull copies from the board, blah blah blah, or get it from the graveyards onto the field, something like this, then he could be better. In the current state, he feels like a finisher that doesn't give you the big amount of finisher you're looking for, like the Firesworn dude. I forgot actually his name, who buffs the whole range throw, where he just said like it's actually limited. I have the same feeling with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Next one is Eventide Plunder, and it is another crime. Destroy an enemy artifact if there are none, gain 3 crowns, and that's a card which is just good, I think. If you want to play artifact removal as a bronze card, you could play Demeritium Bomb, but if you're a Syndicate, you actually get the upgraded Demeritium Bomb. If you don't need it, you can actually play it and get 3 crowns. Demeritium Bomb is just dead, like a lost card. Here at least you get free value back for like 4 provisions. So if it's stuck in your hand, okay. If it's like a mulligan card, it's still a mulligan card. You try to get rid of it if the enemy doesn't play artifacts. But if you're stuck with it, you're not done. You have something to gain.
Yeah, and I mean, it's got the crime tag.
Yes.
So it's also got synergized with your intimidation cards, and I feel like one of these in every intimidation check is probably going to be a staple unless there's no artifacts in the meta, because artifacts can have such a high impact on the game. Like for example, the card you revealed, the Flame.
Yes.
And I mean, I feel like there might also be like cards that pull crimes from your deck, so you can mulligan it away, and then if you need it in a special situation, you can pull it. Like I could see something like that happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like a really solid card.
To be honest, like when we look at Nilfgaard and tactics, there's always cards that can pull tactics from your cards, like the tutor cards. I'm pretty sure Syndicate will have something like at Dwarf, for example, which can just pull you a card out of the deck, and then this is really good because you can just lie there in the deck, and if you need it, you just pull it out. And that's amazing. And then this is amazing value, especially if it's just some Intimidate on the board. Let's say you destroy a Summoning Circle, get 3 crowns. That's good. And you trigger the Intimidate, even better. Like I think that's a really good bronze card to have.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we are at the very special one here. Look at this. Like look who we going to reveal now.
Ooh, is that who I think it is? Our first leader.
Yes.
Called Gudrun. And she's a 15 provision leader, so right down the middle. And it's another female leader, which looks absolutely badass on the ship right here. And I feel like she might be the leader of the what are they called?
Tidecloaks.
Tidecloaks.
You think it's the Tidecloaks, really?
Yeah, no, absolutely cool. Do you know the ability?
Yes, it's an order ability. You can you use the order ability. You get 9 crowns, but if you already have some crowns, then you can boost the amount of you can boost the unit by the amount of crowns that are like you would have over 9. So if you already have 4 crowns, you get 9 crowns. You would just gain 5 crowns. You stay at 9, and then you like the 4 excess. You just boost a unit on the board with it. So this card I really like because I like to play Horde, or I'm looking forward to play Horde. I hope it's good. And if you play Horde, then this just triggers all your Horde abilities like right away. Like, done. Yeah. And there they are. And then you can even spend the crowns. I feel like this is around 3 leader. Maybe it's around 2. Maybe it's around 1 leader or around 3 leader, depending on what you play. If you play with this carry over, like you want to go like for example like the sausage maker in round 2, then you want to get the 9 crowns right away in round 1. Maybe you just do it at the end of right before the end of the turn, so you are sure you have the 9 crowns, and the enemy can't do anything with your crown pile, so to say. And otherwise, we could just play in round 3 and just try to mulligan away all the stuff that gives you crowns and just get stuff that takes crowns on your hand, for example. Or you even just play like only very high spenders instead of very low spenders, and then you just include some crown income as well, and I think it could be really good as well.
Yeah, as you said, I think the horde ability synergy is really strong, and I mean, these one-time leaders like Woodland or Herald right now often feel like round 3 leaders definitely, and are not as flexible as, for example, a Bruver who's got multiple charges. But I still feel like this is a strong ability. I mean, it's comparably 9 points, and as you said, there are cards that use this horde ability that will synergize with this really nicely, and
it is carry over. Woodland doesn't have carry over.
That's true.
Because I think like 4 points of carry over is like, do you have them or don't you have them? Like it's cool. Yeah, looking forward how this will play out. I think this is already my leader of choice. I'm looking forward to a crime leader as well. And when I get like a crime leader as well, then I have 2 leaders, which I'm probably going to start playing right away in Syndicate and in Novigrad, in Gwent Novigrad. God damn it! And, and yeah, cool. Then again, thank you for watching. We are not sure if you're back tomorrow. Maybe I'm back tomorrow. I'm just doing my reveals alone because Ryan is on the road. Maybe Ryan will join me on the road there, so we'll see how that will work out. And so come back tomorrow for the new card reveals. And I hope you have a good time. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Bye.